Good evening, welcome to this week's video, and I'm in the lakes. It's autumn. Well, it's the start of autumn, so I'm up here for a thumbs up photography meet, and if you haven't seen the group, I'll put links down below, go and check us out. But the meet itself is on Saturday. Today's Thursday, so it's taken me 6 hours to drive up from Essex to here, but worth every minute. And look, this is fantastic. We're at Latrigg and looking down over, this is Derwent Water. We've got Cat Bells over to my right, which is beautiful. The town of Keswick down below, sunset, and actually we might, fingers crossed, be lucky with the light. So I'm away for a whole week, which is epic and quite exciting. It's a whole week's of photography. I've got with me my Z8, I've got a Z7 II as a backup. I've got my Olympus with the macro stuff. I've also got with me the Linhof Technica and some sheets of FP4, which is black and white, and also the Sinar monorail. So I've got 4 camera systems, loads of gear, loads of battery chargers, load of batteries, and we're going to just blast this. So this video is going to be probably the first couple of days, so tonight. And then tomorrow we might go down to Buttermere. It depends on the weather. We're going to stay overnight here at Latrigg and then drive down in the morning. And then Steve and I are doing some filming in the afternoon. And then we're meeting up with somebody from a software company in the evening. So it's a lot going on. We're very, very busy. But for now, let me get this set up and then we'll see if we get any light. So enjoy this. This is Latrigg view looking over Derwent Water. I'll talk you through the shot when I've set it up. Okay, this is the composition. I think I'm happy with it. I'm not sure. There's always a debate with this as to what to do with the sky, because this picture is going to be great if that sky there lights up. At the moment it's not, but I've got a bit of foreground interest. It's not particularly great, but not too bad. And then the town of Keswick, which I'm hoping is going to light up when the lights start going on. I mean, if those clouds light up, then you almost want to bring the camera up to get more of the clouds and less of the foreground, so something around there. What I don't want to do with this is put the horizon exactly halfway, because that's a kind of indecisive thing to do to me. But really this is just going to be a case of focus up, frame up, and just wait and see what the light does, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of light in here. This is a difficult one. It's a question of what to do, and you have to make decisions and then almost stick by them. So I've framed up the shot over there behind you. There's no light whatsoever, but you can see behind me there's light over whatever that lake is. I'll put the name of it here, but that's where the light is. But the composition is not so great, I don't think. It's a bit boring, and there's some people there enjoying the sunsets. I don't really want to disturb them, but it could be a picture. I have seen pictures of that lovely wooden bench there, so it may well be that if they move on, I'll put the camera down there, get the bench in the foreground and shoot the colour behind me, because that's definitely looking better. But the fact there's colour there, it could end up being colour over there, and what normally happens is the moment you move the light changes. And the great thing about the lakes is it's quite windy, and you just get little patches of broken cloud when the light really kicks off, and it's normally very fleeting. So I'm always very wary about moving the camera too much. So if I've got a nice composition, and I don't mind this one at all, and it's sometimes best just to hang around and wait. But decisions, always knowing what to do. Just hopefully this weekend or this week I make the right decision at the right time. So I think I did make the right decision here, just that the light didn't really play ball. I quite like this view. It turns into a scouting mission really, this shoot, but Keswick looked good. I decided though what I would do is wait until darkness for the lights in Keswick to come on and maybe enhance the foreground. Here's the finished image. It kind of works. It's a bit of a blue hour shot. I think this would look a lot better with a dramatic sky above it. So one really just for the memory banks. This though is where the light was. We had some lovely colour on the right hand side here. Unfortunately, the composition for me didn't really work. I tried my best with this. I've got a nice lone bench which kind of works okay because it's a nice shape and a nice colour and it's reflecting the light off the side, but not really a great image, I don't think. This is processed, by the way, in a DxO film pack using Kodak Extra as the film stock. So with that, we left Latrigg, walked back down to the camper, had some to eat in Keswick, and then off to Buttermere. And tomorrow morning we're hoping for a little bit of mist, which we're going to shoot. So the alarm is set early because we're going to leave here at 5:45 to walk down to the lake, and we'll be about an hour before sunrise. We should be in position, so that will be quite nice to see if we get any mist, any light, and any pictures. So until the morning, good night. Night night. And just like that, this morning. So this is Buttermere Lake, and a place that I've been to a few times actually. And behind me, we're just about to see here, that's the lone tree, which is turned into a lone stick, which I did know. It's never been the best looking tree ever, but kind of makes an interesting picture. I've still included it. What I'm looking at here though, this is really early. We've still got about half an hour for sunrise, and there's lots of cloud about, so this is going to be a dark and moody picture, I think. But I've got a minute exposure going on here, and what I love about the lakes and I love about Buttermere, these reflections and the fact they've got this mist just hanging in the mountains there, looks absolutely wonderful. Love a bit of mood. It looks amazing. I've shot a picture which I think I'm going to convert to monochrome, and it's looking really at the layers in this mountain here. There's kind of like a mid-grey, a dark black, or a black, and a lighter grey at the back, and that was about half an hour earlier, so there's no point videoing it because you wouldn't be able to see me. In fact, the Z8 was really struggling to focus because it was that dark. I had to whack the ISO up, but I'm now on 400 ISO still at about a minute exposure, so you can see how dark it is, but just so beautifully peaceful. Wonderful place. Love the lakes. Really, really lovely. Lots of compositions here to look at. Bit easier now we can see, but I love the grasses down the front, just taking away any mess that we have on the shore. The photo I took earlier was further to the left here, but the shore's just a bit, I'm not going to say boring because it's got gravel, but it's just a bit kind of the same colour. So just wanted to have a little bit more texture really. But the tree, let's get it in, let's use it. It's kind of makes a little bit of interest to the picture. Let me show you this one quickly for the camera. Okay, so this is the exposure. I've gone to 64 ISO now because it's got a lot lighter as it does at sunrise. Focused up. In fact, the camera was really struggling to focus earlier, but I really like this. I just like this little shape of the reeds, and it's all about shape really, isn't it? I mean, you could argue that the tree should really be in that little gap there, so I might do one with that, but at the moment I'm using it as the bookend to the right, and it's all about the layers in here. This is what I'm really interested in, this bit. So I might even crop this like that. I kind of like that idea, but it looks a bit unbalanced that way. You need something to the left to balance it, and that tree does a great job of doing that. I'm just going to shoot that because I can. Then I'm going to move slightly further left just to put this tree in the V of these two fells together. So I think if I show you that, I do prefer that composition. Got the tree right in the crook between the two fells there, the V shape. Looks nice. Love the dark moodiness here. Reminds me very much of Haweswater when I shot that last year. But the dark clouds in this are going to darken right down because they're perfect. There's lots of rain. It is actually raining, so I might just check the lens again in a minute. But this colour here looks lovely when you brighten it up a little bit, and definitely that is going to look very moody. So that's really nice. I really like that. One more shot. I'll just check the lens, photograph this again to make sure I've got it, and then I'll see if I can find something else foreground wise. I really like this as well. Again, as I said earlier, I love these grasses, they're beautiful. There's a few just in the water here. And this is perfect because what I've got is a reflection of the mountain to the left there in this gap in the reeds. There's some little tiny reeds in the water, which takes you out a little bit. And we're using a 4-second exposure, which is just going to blur the slight ripples in this to make this almost glass-like. And then we've got the moody mountains in the background. I think this looks wonderful. Perfectly still now. We had a little bit of breeze and we thought the mist was going to go, but the mist seems to be coming down because it's quite warm today. It's warmer than I was expecting, and it's meant that a little bit of mist is rising. Don't want it too much because if that's the case, we're going to lose the mountains altogether, but they look great. You can still see them in this cloud, this clag, and they're just the clouds lying just over the top, but also revealing the mountains. So it's kind of lovely. It's really, really moody, atmospheric picture, which I absolutely love. Looks great. What a day, apart from the rain, but actually the rain is making the mood, and you should really be out in the rain. It's a great idea. And just to finish off the morning, let's get the drone up, do some drone photography, which I really enjoy. Now it stopped raining, I have to say, because otherwise you couldn't do it.
Home point updated.
Here come the images from this. Although, squeaky bum time, I did put the drone up, you can see from this footage here, just doing a little bit of B-roll, and then I decided to send it over the lake towards the trees, which lay in the background here. They're right in the distance, little white house. It's a classic shot that everybody does. The light's not right today, but I thought it'd be interesting. And I'm probably halfway across the lake and I had a warning flash up on my phone saying liquid on the cable, disconnect. So I pressed return to home on the controller, disconnected the phone and listened out for the drone, and it did come back. And because it's brilliant, it landed exactly where it took off from. So I'll put that away for now. Keeps you interested. But okay, no more drone footage for the day. Let's see if I can find something else. And I think there's a composition here. It would be better if it was in the water, but I've got the camera quite low, so you don't see an awful lot of this grass here. So it's still going to work, and because it's raining, this bark has got a lovely colour. It really pops and really sings in this kind of softbox that we've got above us. A lovely soft light everywhere, which is wonderful. So we've got no shadows whatsoever, and it's all about shapes and muted colours, I guess, and atmosphere. And the atmosphere over there looks amazing. I'm going to do a video and talk about backgrounds, because backgrounds are so important, and it's why I love the lake so much, because wherever you look there's a fell with mist around it, and I think that works on so many different levels, and I really love coming here. There's some lovely trees. We're here, this is the second week in October. The colours are just about going, they're starting to come. I think another 2 weeks this will be fantastic, but that's not to say there aren't some great colours, because there are different parts of the woodland that are better than others, and it really is because of how sheltered they are or not. We've just had a storm go through the last few days. I think it would have blown off some of the early dying leaves, and also some of these trees would be sheltered. So if you get to a sheltered spot where the wind hasn't really affected it, I think we're going to find the colour is better. And driving up here, I did see some bits of woodland that look lovely. I would admit though, most of it looks a little bit too green, but who knows? I'm here for 5 days, so hopefully by the end of this we've got some nice colour coming out. But I'm going to shoot this now, and oh, look at that lovely bird. No, it's a crow. So I'll shoot this now, and anything else I shoot today I'll put on at the end of this as well. But I hope you've enjoyed that. Really lovely at Latrigg yesterday. Didn't get the light in certain places. Hopefully those images look all right though. But that was really very much a scouting mission, never been there before. Lovely night's sleep in the camper, and who knows, I'm full of expectation. I'm looking forward to a few days in this beautiful lake district that we have in Great Britain. It's an absolutely wonderful place. I always say I think this is my favourite place, but wherever I am I say it's my favourite place. I just love England, it's so wonderful. But autumn, Lake District, camper van, loads of cameras, time, which is very precious. What's not to like? I think this is going to be a very good week. So tune in next Sunday for part 2. If you haven't subscribed, think about doing so, and if you hit the notification bell, it'll remind you that the video's out. But that'll be next Sunday at 6. That'll be day 2, maybe day 3. Who knows? We'll see what we get up to. But whatever, I'll be here in the lakes photographing stuff for you. Thanks so very much for watching this video. Your support greatly appreciated, and I will see you next week, Sunday at 6. Ta-da.